In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how to use LinkedIn automation to land freelancing clients and grow your business. You don't. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I'm your best freelancing friend here to help you grow your business without the use of LinkedIn automation, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. Before we get into it, let's make sure we're on the same page. When we're talking about LinkedIn automation, we are talking about literally automating tasks that you would otherwise have to do manually. For instance, you can use a LinkedIn automation tool to automatically send invites out for you. You can also use these tools to automatically send direct messages to people you've connected with. It sounds pretty cool, right? After all, ideally this would lighten your workload and get you the same results, if not better results. I should totally be on board with this, especially after recording this video where I talk about doing less to achieve more and trying to find ways to work more efficiently. The idea sounds great, and I would be totally on board if it weren't for the fact that automation tools go directly against LinkedIn's terms and conditions. I'm going to read you this full paragraph, so stick with me, and I'm taking this directly from LinkedIn. LinkedIn is committed to keeping its members' data safe and its website free from fraud and abuse. In order to protect our members' data and our website, we don't permit the use of any third-party software, including crawlers, bots, browser plugins, or browser extensions that scrape, modify the appearance of, or automate activity on LinkedIn's website. We also don't permit the use of fake accounts or fake engagement on LinkedIn's website, including any tools or services that try to manipulate LinkedIn's content algorithms. All of these tools violate the user agreement, including, but not limited to, the following provisions listed in section 8.2. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, they point blank say that you cannot use tools that automate or mimic human behavior. So this means that if you use any sort of tool or software that automatically sends out invites, that automatically sends out direct messages, that likes people's content, that comments on people's content, you are in direct violation of LinkedIn's terms and conditions. On a related note, this also means that if you use engagement pods, you are also in direct violation of LinkedIn's terms and conditions. I talk more about that in this video, so I will leave the link in the description below. Okay, so now you know that LinkedIn doesn't allow automation, but how will they even know if you're using a tool like that? They'll know. Here's how these tools generally work. You have to sign into the automation tool with your LinkedIn credentials, meaning your username and your password. And that is how you connect your LinkedIn page to the automation tool. Without logging in with your LinkedIn credentials, you can't connect the two, so it won't work. LinkedIn recognizes when you use your credentials to log into another site. They also know when another site gains access to your LinkedIn profile. Once LinkedIn sees this behavior on your account, they're first going to send you a warning, and it's going to say something like, "We noticed some unusual behavior on your page. As a reminder, users are not permitted to X, Y, and Z." They're basically telling you, hey, we're seeing something funky, so here's your friendly warning. If you don't listen and you keep using the tool, they are going to lock you out of your account. And once you regain access, if you continue with those behaviors, they will ban your account. You might be thinking, well, whatever, I'll just create a new one and start all over. You could try that, but the way most of these social networking platforms work these days is they are also tracking your IP address. So if you try to create another account, they're going to recognize that it's you and they might not let you. All right, so that's why LinkedIn automation isn't really an option. Or it is an option, it's just a terrible one. I love the idea. In fact, I've had several of these brands reach out to me about collaborating for this channel. They've asked me to promote their tool to you. Most of them are garbage in general. They're nothing that I would ever use, but there was one time when I heard from a brand, and I'd heard of this brand before. I was very familiar with the name. I'm not gonna say who, doesn't matter, but they reached out to me and I was like, okay, maybe this will be the tool that changes my mind. And I said to myself, I will try it and see what happens. I am my own guinea pig. This is how I'm able to offer you so much advice, by trying these things first. Here's what happened. So I said, okay, let's give it a shot. And I signed into the tool with my LinkedIn credentials to connect them, and that was it. I didn't do anything. I didn't take any action, nothing. I just connected them, okay? The next morning, I go to LinkedIn and I notice that I'm logged out of my account, which is very strange because I am never logged out of LinkedIn because I use it every day. So I thought, that's really weird. So I log back in, and once I'm logged in, I get the warning. We noticed unusual activity, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what the heck? That was the end of that automation tool. I immediately disconnected it from my account and told the brand, thanks, but no thanks. These sites, these tools will try to justify to you why they're different, why they're safe, why it's okay to use them on LinkedIn, even if all of their competitors are no good. It's not true. You cannot use these tools on LinkedIn, period, end of story. You can't get away with it. It makes sense that LinkedIn is cracking down on these tools even more than they did in the past. You might remember that not all that long ago, you could download a list of your connections' email addresses directly from LinkedIn. They removed that feature because it was creating issues with privacy and security. People didn't want their email addresses available like that. They're increasingly cracking down on spammy-looking behavior, even if it really is you, a human being, doing these things. For instance, they used to allow, I believe, 700 invites. You used to be able to send 700 invites a week. Now you can send about 100. There are limits to how many direct messages you can send before LinkedIn is going to tell you to slow down. This is all on purpose. LinkedIn only wants real, genuine, honest-to-God, human-to-human interaction. They want people who are there to build real relationships and have real conversations. This is why I'm always telling my students and other freelancers, slow down and focus a little more on quality. This is what LinkedIn rewards, and it's going to work better in your favor if you're trying to land freelancing clients. That's not a process you can really rush. So if you're sending out LinkedIn invites and DMs like this, but you're not paying any attention to quality, it's not going to work. There are still ways that you can shave a few seconds or a few minutes off of your processes. For example, my students and I, whenever we send out LinkedIn invitations, we always personalize them, which is something I talk about in this video. But the thing is, we're not typing all of these messages from scratch. We have a few templates that we work from. We pick the template that best fits that lead, and then we personalize it. So that way, we're not having to start from scratch every time we want to send an invite. This is a win-win. A win-win-win-win. First, you don't piss off LinkedIn. Second, you treat your lead like a human being, which is exactly what you should be doing. Third, you improve the activity and the engagement on your own profile. And fourth, you're going to get better results. I'm all about efficiency. And when I find safe and effective ways to cut corners, I will. And I'll mention those things to you here on this channel. Unfortunately, until LinkedIn changes its mind about automation, this just isn't a shortcut that we're able to take. When it comes to landing freelancing clients and growing your business, it's a marathon, not a sprint. That's why I'm always telling my students, yes, landing clients is partly a numbers game, but quantity will never compensate for quality. If you want to build a sustainable business that's going to support you long-term, don't be afraid to slow down and do it the right way. There really is no such thing as overnight results. Results happen as a cumulative, that is a mouthful, as a cumulative effect of small actions that you consistently take over weeks, months, and years. Okay? That's how you build a business that lasts. And if you have no idea what this process looks like, that's where I come in. In my program, I will show you my entire A to Z system for landing freelancing clients on your terms so that you can work to live and not live to work. If you're curious what this program looks like, I'm leaving the link below where you can check out some testimonials, you can view the full curriculum, and if you want to move forward, the next step will be to book a call and speak with me and see if we're a good fit for each other. If you're still with me, thank you. I'd be so grateful if you could give this video a thumbs up to help support my channel. And as always, if you have any questions about what I discussed in this video, just drop them in a comment and I'll see you next time.